to grab a cup and pull up. We're about to get it started. You know what time it is, baby. It's tea time. Let's go.
I want a soldier.
Where you got it, I'm the hottest around there. Know when they see you rolling them polars around
I
it.
got a soldier.
With the top down, feeling the sounds.
Hey.
Bring your thighs, riding harder than guys. With
Good morning.
when them lanes be spitting at you, tell them don't even try.
St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Tortola, BVI, Puerto Rico. How you doing? How you doing? You're tuning in to 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning with your hostess, Neeks. You already know. It's Friday. Friday, July 17th, that is.
Country slang, we like beat the beat.
Shout out to all the cancers celebrating birthday all day.
From the
Shout out to all the money done them.
body screaming.
Where my boss ladies at?
It's good to me.
How y'all enjoying your Friday so far? It's a little early to ask, but you know, positive thinking.
Be straight if you're looking at me. I need a soldier that ain't scared to stand up for me. Known to carry big things if you know what I mean.
Ladies, are we still with this mentality? I mean, almost 20 years later, are we still looking for a soldier?
If you're looking at me, I need a soldier that ain't scared to stand up for me.
Talk to me, because word is men don't protect like they used to.
BK.
And then I just recently saw a post that said,
Always riding big.
if there were no men in the world. Now, guys, I'm not bashing on you, okay? This is just entertainment right now.
Jesus with the
But it said it had no men in the world. Who was it? Queen Latifah. Somebody said,
always coming down, popping our way.
oh, then, women would just sip tea and, hang out and chill and vibe and, they'd be good. Somebody said, oh, but then who would protect them? She said, protect them from what?
Stand up for me. Known to carry big things.
And I don't know how to feel about that right now. I don't know.
Ain't hood.
I was like, ooh, wait a minute.
If you're looking
It's another classic rendition of Man versus Bear.
for me, gotta know to get
But gentlemen, we love you, man. You already know that. You don't want to see the world without y'all.
take care of me.
Because then who we going to cuss?
I know some soldiers in here. Don't mind taking for me. Where they at?
Hey, we're going to have some fun in here today, man.
They wanna spend that.
Hope you grab your cup and you pull on up. Gotta say a huge shout out to our sponsors, My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Yes, that's right. Give them a call, 340-690-5043. And why should I give them a call, Neeks? Well, let me tell you, because it will give you an opportunity to discover a world of delights from premium glassware, pipes, bongs, bowls, hookahs, and CBD and hemp products. They got the largest array of wrapping papers this side of the equator. There ain't no lie. I'm telling you, if I say it is the truth, okay? So listen. They got everything that you need, lighters. They got your rolling bowls. They got incense. They got oils. They got body butters. Ladies, I'm talking to you. Make sure you're staying nice and sweet. All right. Every morning, every evening before you go to bed, make sure you're staying with your routine. Yes, I'm talking to you. You got to keep that skin glistening and sun kissed. And the best way to do that is to head on over to My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Okay. It's a one-stop shop for all your delights. All right. To make sure that you get to stay on top of things, okay? So yes, they like to say, Neeks, but you always glowing. That's because I stays in My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop, man. And when all else fails, it's too hot outside, I make sure to go grab me a bigger or a water. Let me see, Neeks, you mean water? No. A water. You heard me. I said it. WATA. And where they sold? Right there by Gomez Distributors. Right there at My Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Okay? Because as Caribbean people, we don't need the R. No hard R. Okay? We good. Just straight water. We good. That go quench your thirst, stay hydrated, and keep your body and your skin glistening the right way. It's summertime, and everywhere is heating up in the worst ways. I feel a type of way because we recently threw an event called Heat Wave, and ever since, like the week of, there's been nothing but heat waves since then and still going on. And it's so bad that the temperatures are like deadly in Texas right now. It's crazy. Places like Arizona, France, Europe, other areas. It's insane. Okay, so please hydrate because you know we live under the equator. I didn't know if y'all knew, but we live under the equator and it tends to get a little humid. You know, we gotta thank God for sea breeze and mangoes, but listen, it definitely gets a little bit humid, especially with all this, scattered precipitation in the air. We gotta make sure that, it don't get too sticky, icky, and nasty. So stay hydrated. Remember, the kids are just coming out from summer camp as well, too. They're still a little riled up. It's time to get them geared down and getting back into the school spirit. And what better way for us to do that other than the back to school giveaway that we're doing tomorrow? That's right. The time it is officially here. Tomorrow is going to go down the first rendition of our 2 island backpack giveaway. Okay. We have not 1, not 2, not 300 backpacks, Oh, no, baby. 500 backpacks per island. Flex. Talk to me now. Listen, and this has been such a fun event that we have been putting on every single year. I've been to every single one, and we don't just give out the backpacks. We actually make it an experience. We have some vendors that come out and share their cultural delights with the kiddies that receive backpacks as well. So we give the kids that get tickets, they get a ticket, and they get a backpack, and they get a ticket as well. And they also can be entered into a raffle. Okay, every year, I promise you, our sponsors get bigger and better and greater. And this year, they can enter for a raffle so that they can win, courtesy of One Communications, they can win one of 5 iPhone 16 Pro Maxes. Can you imagine? Talk to me nice. Talk to me. Imagine you come for a backpack and you leave with an iPhone 16 Pro Max, or you can also win one of 5 MiFi devices as well too. Now, let me tell you something. With the way power to be in and out, sometimes you need that. Walk with that. Okay, so we're gonna have it available for you guys. So make sure you come on down. Tell a friend to tell a friend where you're gonna be tomorrow between the hours at 12 and 3. You're gonna be right outside of my Lot Variety Store and Smoke Shop in the Barron Spot Shopping Center, because Roe FM and their sponsors are doing yet another annual back to school giveaway. So come on out, bring the kids. Don't just say, hey, I could get for a child. No. I mean, Bake Row is a big, sweet, giving, loving heart. But bring the kids out because it's also about the experience. We want to make sure that they get their free snow cones, they get their face painted, they get their popcorn, and they got so much more for these kids as well, too. They get an opportunity to get a free haircut, they get certificates, and they can also get uniform items because we're also in collaboration with the Butterfly Effect. So come on out. That's tomorrow, okay, for on St. Croix. Next weekend, we're going to be on the rock. That's right. Let me stop making my phone calls from Nale. I know. I pull it up. All right, so shout out to Rock City because, we come in and we bring in the same heat, the same vibes, the same MiFis, the same iPhones, the same haircuts. I'm telling you, we don't do it big and we don't like to play favorites when it comes to our territory, okay? This thing about this, my island, and that's my island. I's a Virgin Islander, okay? I had to go hard for mines. So St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Water Island, that's mine. And that's how we treat them right here at 101.3 because it's not UVI. It's not me VI. It's we VI, baby. Heavy on the WE, okay? It's all of we, and that's how we deal with it. That's how we treat it right here at 101.3. That's why I love being here, man. I guess, what more you want? What more do you want? So listen, that being said, oh man, I gotta say a huge thank you to our sponsors. I want to make sure I shout them out before I finish with this announcement. All right, so it's quite a few, and every year they get bigger and bigger and better. All right, we got to say a huge thank you because our community definitely shows up for us and with us when it comes to giving back. And a lot of you made sure to reach out and even say, hey, how can I be a part? How can I sponsor? What can I donate? What's needed? And although we had, it might not be in a form of supplies, you guys definitely did the big thing this year in showing up and showing out. Okay, so we appreciate appreciate your support in making our back to school giveaway a success for our youth and our community. And we want to say a huge thank you to Office of the Governor, VI Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation, VI Department of Education, Suffolk, CBNA, JB, MCM Build, USVI, Gage Edmonds for Senate, Shane Trucking, Christie's Real Estate, Liberty VI, One Communications, Church's Chicken, J. Benton Construction, Sea Glass Properties, Precision Auto Parts, Legacy Tires, Julian's Trucking, Phantom Eyes, My Lad Variety Store and Smoke Shop, Rittenhouse Consulting, The Makeup Bar, Chitoli Services LLC, Keswick Insurance, Issa Vibe Promotions, SAB Construction, Caravel Hotel and Casino, The Flaming Grill, Violet's, Armstrong Ice Cream, Caribbean Cooling, James Funeral Home, Bates Trucking and Trash Removal, and Jackie's Beauty Supply Store, as well as all of us here at 101.3 Roe FM, baby. Believe it. Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so make sure you come on out and have that experience with us this weekend. We're going to have a time. We're going to be out there. Look for the balloons. You can't miss it. We're going to be right there off of the main road. All right, right in the Barron Spot Shopping Center. Again, it goes down from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. So be there or be square. Don't miss it. Don't diss it. We like to be on time. If you know anything about Big Ro, she's going to be there when she says she's going to be there. So show up, pull up, and tell somebody to come through. Bring somebody with you. All right, so that being said, I also want to say a huge shout out to our sponsors, the Flaming Grill STX. Be sure to give them a call, 340-778-6270. That's the number to call. All right, make sure you go and get your lunch specials today. Today is Friday, so you got mahi bites and barbecue ribs and chicken combo. Big Ro, where we going today? Oh man, them mahi bites always sound just right. Okay, so head on over to the Flaming Grill. They got a special array of assorted arrangements for everyone, including the kids, including the vegetarians. They got everything from wraps, burgers. They got the kids menu, they got salads, they got lunch menu, they got everything from baby back ribs, pork chops, regular ribs, they got lamb chops, salmon, chili, mahi, shrimp. Talk to me nice, no? Right there at the Flaming Grill, formerly known as Spicy Grill on the Queen Mary Highway, right across from the Ag Fair grounds if you're headed west. Okay, so make sure you go check them out today. It's Friday, and let them know Nick sent you. You might get a little extra sauce on the side, you know. All right, so also gotta say a huge shout out to Liberty VI. Guess what today is? It's Friday. So what does that mean? It means today you get to sign up for True Fiber, and on True Fiber Fridays you get free installation. Okay, free installation, but that's not all that you get, because regardless of when you sign up, you get a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, guaranteed. I'm telling you, can't go wrong. And today 101.3 Roe FM and your girl from Bush Tea in the morning is gonna be right there at Liberty VI. We're gonna be doing our live remote. Okay, so we're going to be coming to you live from the Liberty store right here in Sunny Isles on the Big Island, and we're going to be promoting these Fiber Fridays. How you mean? Hey. So come on out, take a picture, say hi, don't be shy, all right? We don't bite, I promise. At least not on days that end with Y. So come on, we're going to have a time, okay? As today at Liberty VI in Sunny Isles. Come on out and just say hi if nothing else. But we want to make sure these kids are ready for back to school. And Liberty is saying that even when the power go out, they can still do their homework. I think that's definitely worth looking into. What do you think? Okay, so come on, and let's sign up for this True Fiber experience right here in the United States, Virgin Isles. Guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to get into our tea time portion of the day. I got my cup. It's nice and hot and ready. Where is yours? You still got time to grab yours and pull up. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tea in the morning. So keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few. Don't touch that dial.
It's official, and the countdown is on for Daddy Jones' Filthy 3 annual birthday bash. On Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea, Daddy Jones and friends set to mash up the place. Performing live, Fire International, Pascal, Impact Band, and the Energy Gun. The Energy Gun. Boomba. Hosted all by Big Man Pass and juggling by DJ Chubby and Lips International. Doors open at 9 p.m. and we ain't leaving till the last panak. Get your tickets at Armstrong's Ice Cream, Don't Pay Me No Mind, and Eventbrite. Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea. It's the Daddy Jones Filthy 3 Annual Birthday Bash.
Virgin Islands, get ready for the last lap. Join Plaskett and Potter for 2 nights of energy, music, and momentum as the campaign heads towards Election Day. Friday, July 17th on St. Thomas at Plaskett Potter headquarters next to Cosules. Get ready for St. Thomas' very own Jam Band. Alongside St. John's Climax Band and the Grammy winner, Our City.
If I judge for life, man, would you stay by my side?
Then on Saturday, July 18th on St. Croix at Plaskett Potter headquarters next to the Scion Farm gas station. The night comes alive with performances by Trinity Crew, Jam Band, and Our City. And making a special appearance, it's Democratic superstar, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. The rallies start at 7 p.m. and go until. Food and drinks will be on sale, so bring a friend, bring the energy, and be part of the movement. People powered, ready to deliver. Remember the power of 2. Vote number 2 on Election Day. Brought to you by Plaskett Potter for the people.
Whoa, whoa. This the VI Starboy Bouncy Bounce Busy Bee, and I'm representing for the Street Addressing Initiative. You know all the roads are St. John don't got names, like fully covered, man. So let's push for the completion of St. Croix and St. Thomas. There you go. You choose, you choose, you choose, you choose. Whatever you want to be on the road. Help us, you choose, you choose, you choose, you choose. However you want to be on the road. Hey, click the link and pick a name. Name the road. Pick a name. Pick a name. I name and then you don't pick a name. Click the link and find the address. Hey, let me get the address. Find the address. Just find the address. Name the road. Hey, let me get the address. Just find the address. Name the road. Hey, let me get the address. Name the street. Hey, let's find the address. Hey, let's get the address. Yeah. This message was brought to you by the Office of the Lieutenant Governor, man.
Hey, St. Croix, listen up. Your favorite spot, formerly known as Spicy Grill, is still turning up the heat as the Flaming Grill. Same flavors you love, now with more options. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. You can't miss it. We've got barbecue chicken, baby back ribs, pork chops, lamb chops, ribeye, and New York steak. Plus, fresh grilled salmon, mahi-mahi, and shrimp. And don't sleep on those daily specials. Kanken butter sauce, rich oxtail, Tuesday roti, and so much more. Always cooked just right. Burger lovers, you're covered. Chicken, steak, salmon, dolphin, veggie burgers with fries, wraps, wings, salads, hot sides, the whole lineup. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. Call ahead 340-778-6270 and follow us on Facebook. Same roots, a whole new fire.
Asking who is Delia Smith? Well, let me tell you. Delia is a St. Jonian wife, mother, and grandmother who has spent her entire adult life serving the people of the Virgin Islands. Her impeccable character and integrity is absolutely what we need and what earned her the historic position of U.S. Attorney. In that office, she demonstrated her courage to take on even the hardest fights and win, as well as her ability to easily form relationships and earn the respect of colleagues from both political parties. Through her work and as a lifelong resident, she knows us and the challenges we face firsthand. Her most important asset, though, is her unquenchable passion for service, not to herself, donors, or special interests, but to all we, the people of the Virgin Islands. She is mature, competent, and deeply committed to giving us the highest quality of representation. This is Donna Christensen. Vote number 2, Delia Smith, for Delegate to Congress.
Vote Delia Smith.
Vote your voice.
Delia Smith.
The People's Choice.
Vote for Delia Smith on August 1st. Paid for by Delia Smith for Congress #2 on the ballot.
St. Croix, it's time to come together. Join the Roach Francis Family Fun Day and early voting kickoff on Sunday, July 19th at the Roach Francis headquarters on Hess Road, next to Napa. From 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., it's all about the kids and families. Bring the little ones for bounce houses, face painting, games, prizes, and so much more. Then starting at 6 p.m., the celebration continues with live entertainment for the adults. Dance the night away with Heart Attack Band and DJ Chris until 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase throughout the evening. Admission is free. That's Sunday, July 19th, beginning at 2 p.m. at the Roach Francis headquarters on Hess Road, next to Napa. Come celebrate community, family, and the start of an exciting season. We'll see you there. Roach Francis, One Virgin Islands, for you, not a few.
Paid for by Roach and Francis for Governor, Lieutenant Governor.
This July, the excitement never stops at Caravel Casino. Every Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. Join us for Sunday Fun Day, where 5 Lucky Rewards Club members will each win $500 cash every hour. Plus, receive free slot play based on your club tier. If you're 50 or better, stop in every Monday for $10 in free slot play. Tuesdays and Saturdays, Rewards Club members receive bonus free slot play based on their tier. And every Wednesday, enjoy another free slot play offer just for visiting. Then, turn up the heat. Thursday nights from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. during our Beat the Heat drawings with $500 cash winners every hour. Every Friday from 3 p.m. until midnight, it's our staycation drawings where hourly winners take home $500 cash or a 2-night hotel stay. And celebrate Independence Day on Saturday, July 4th with $500 cash drawings every hour from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Join the Caravel Rewards Club today and receive $25 in free slot play just for signing up. Caravel Casino, your place to play this July.
You're live with Neka Neekes on Bush Tea in the Morning. You heard?
It's ATTITUDE representing the Boondocks, the black organization of noble diplomats optimizing expressions. Neka Neekes, yeah man, you make the sound play sweet. Yeah, people rocking and dipping out the street. Attitude said that. Look how the vibe sweet. Boondocks.
Hey, and we're back, guys. You already know what time it is. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, the new number one right here along these emeralds of the sea that we call home. You already know. Guys, okay, so before we get into our tea time portion of the morning, let me tell you something. You know what time it is, don't you? You don't? Let me help you.
You give me love, I need to keep back.
Yeah. Life.
Hey.
Celebrate life, celebrate.
Nice that. Hey, yo. And we got some big ones today. Let me tell you. Okay.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on the vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again. Yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
Hold up. Shout out to everybody on the TuneIn app, everybody on the Facebook Live. Good morning to you. Pete, what you saying?
Bash, if I ever pan the ground, nigga, splash. Give thanks for life, oh gosh. Watch it, they make me go dip in the stash. Drink and smoke some.
Okay. Somebody was saying they can't hear, but you might gotta turn up your phone, darling, because I'm hearing it just fine. And shout out. We got Jaja, shout out to you.
Stop, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
He said you go ahead just fine too. So you gotta turn it up, man. You gotta turn it up. Turn up the thing.
Next year we doing it again. Yeah.
Yes. So listen, let's get back into these birthdays because, like I mentioned, we got some big ones today. Okay, we got some big ones we got mentioned. Starting with 101.3's very own DJ Hey, aka Shay Shibot, and the people in page. Okay. Shout out Shay, how you doing, darling? Hope you enjoying your day. Much love to you from all of us right here on 101.3 Roe FM WEVI, baby. Hey, I miss you, man. I miss your girl. But we're gonna turn up because I come to come check for you, okay? Now listen, we also gotta say huge birthday shout out to Wilbur Francis. Happy big birthday to you, Wilbur. Much love and blessings always. Also to Aniche Garden Senior. Good morning. How you doing? And happy birthday to you. Hey, also gotta say a huge birthday shout out to Jenny. Hey, how you doing, darling? From Chosen One Productions. Happy odd strong. Also, Kareem Nut Lake. Happy birthday to you. Not me, no your money is today, dog. happy odd strong. Paul Possad. Happy birthday to you, Mike Lowry. Okay, happy birthday to you. Enjoy. Ethan Elwin Lee. Anton Trotman. We got a lot of birthdays today. Shanika Tyson. Daima Williams. Happy birthday, Daima. Rashima Burke. Happy odd strong, beautiful. Oh yes, we got some awesome birthdays today. I hope you guys enjoy. Cut the cake and celebrate one time for the one time, okay?
It's a birthday season. Good on the money well run. She willing for rock store. But can you make that roll?
Hey. So now that we make sure we tell our loved ones, our blessed ones, okay? And ever you want to call in during the birthday hour and say happy birthday to your loved ones, remember the number to call. Save it in your phone so you don't have to go look for it. 340-715-7948. That's the number to call. You will be live on the air when you call that number, okay? Now, if you want to call for advertisements, because sometimes people do get a little confused with which number to call for what, okay? Let me let y'all know again. That number to call to set up your advertisements, interviews, and yes, candidates, I've been talking to you, right? Especially, but whether it's an interview for music, entertainment, if you're a candidate, if you're a business or an entity, if you want to shout and share what a sports team or someone is doing, just give us a call, 340-204-8512. All right, and Big will be able to help you with that in the best way and as quickly as possible. 340-204-8512. That's us right there. Also, you can follow us on social media, but I do not recommend you message the page because ain't nobody in there. All right. No, we don't do too much with the social media message boxes because it'd be too messy in there. They got too much going on. Too many unsolicited messages and ads and bots and if you run a business page, you know all too well, right? Everybody trying to sell you something. So we don't usually be in there and your message might get lost in the sauce. So go ahead and just hit us up directly at 340-204-8512. Even if it's just for a question, that's the best way to reach us. Give us a call, okay? Also, follow us on all the social media pages at 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. Remember, ain't UVI, it's WEVI. When all else fails, you know what to search. All right. Now let's get into it because it's already 42 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Okay. Today, and all week long, today's the last day of it, but we've been truly diving into this papaya leaf tea. Okay. Not the fruit we ain't talking about, that's the juice. But the whole plant is used for something in some way, shape, or form. But we learned so much about papaya leaf and its benefits as a tea, all right, to include treatments for ailments such as like dengue fever. Now, if you ever had it or you know anybody who's had it, it's not nothing to laugh about. It's not a laughing matter at all. But papaya leaf tea is one of those things that, the old people them say we can use to feel a lot better. Now, it's traditionally a herbal drink made by steeping properly identified leaves, and it keeps stressing this properly identified leaves, okay? Because much like the soursop bush, you have to know which leaves to grab. It affects the potency, it affects the way it works in your body, and too much of anything ain't good for you, right? So That being said, the preparations have been used traditionally through the Caribbean, Africa, Asia, and other tropical regions for digestive discomfort, bloating, fever-related illnesses, inflammation, and general wellness. Papaya leaves contain a variety of natural plant compounds, including antioxidants, flavonoids, alkaloids, and enzymes related to papain. Papain helps to break down proteins, which may help to explain why people traditionally use papaya leaf tea to help with bloating, discomfort, or feeling heavy after a meal. Okay. You ever eat something that you know is sitting good with your body? You know, papaya leaf. You gotta sit there and go through that. So, it's also most commonly discussed in connection with dengue fever, as we mentioned, and some research involves preparing the standardized papaya leaf extracts, as shown that the extracts may help to increase platelet counts in certain dengue patients. Okay, platelets help the blood to clot, and dangerously low levels can increase the risk of bleeding, which is what really makes dengue so dangerous. Okay, so. The leaf is not a cure for dengue, however, and as stated, and most times they're going to let you know that because, you know, the fine line and the fine print and all that good stuff. But, you know, you got to do your research and make sure to look into these things as well as get a second opinion. There's no universally accepted recipe or medicinally established dose for anything that's not over the counter. So bear that in mind. All right. Anyone who may have dengue should seek proper medical evaluation. And warning signs can include severe abdominal pain, continued vomiting, unusual bleeding, confusion, extreme weakness, difficulty breathing, dehydration, or fainting. And papaya leaf tea should never replace hydration, medical monitoring, laboratory testing, or hospital treatments. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing, okay? That being said, nursing mothers, children, people with liver or kidney conditions, and anyone taking diabetic medication, blood thinners, antibiotics, or other prescription drugs should speak with a qualified health professional before using it. All right, so bear that in mind. All right, so I have a few more announcements I want to make before we get into the nitty-gritty of the morning. Napa Auto Parts, they have a roadside independence tool giveaway. All right, so, and oh wait, you know what, I think the giveaway just passed. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. Yes, it just did pass. Oh, wow. And congratulations. I got to go check and see who was the winner. Which one of you went out and won that? Tell me. Talk to me. Because that is a great tool to have. If you don't know what I'm talking about, WAPA was just giving away a 1,000 peak battery amp and 120 PSI air compressor. Along with 3.1 amps in USB power. You know, one of those things you want to make sure you have in your car in the event of a flat tire, or you need in a jump and you don't necessarily want to have to flag somebody down. Ladies, let me tell you something. Walk with that. Keep that. You always need that. Okay, keep that in your car, because especially these days, you know, some looking vulnerable on the side of the road could come with a lot more than just a jump. Okay, so be cautious. And I want to say a huge thank you and shout out to Napa for being so thoughtful and doing a giveaway such as that, because that is a very important tool for us to have, especially with these roads, these flats that it began with, these nails in the road and these potholes and thing and all right. So, but tomorrow also, I want to remind you guys, Levels, Saturday night at Levels. They got Syndicate Sounds and Party Jesus. They got awesome drink specials and it's free. I think the most important part is it's free. So come on out, let your hair down, let loose, you know, mix and mingle, rub some shoulders, shake hands and kiss the babies. Come on out to Levels and just have a vibe, okay? Shout out to Party Jesus and Syndicate Sounds. Y'all definitely know how to turn up the party. So we're going to head on out there tomorrow, FREE, free, your favorite four-letter F word, okay? So head on out. Let them know Nick sent you. Okay. Also, Levels is going down on August 1st for a night of vibes. And it's going to be hosted by none other than Chemo Dan himself. It's Gaza Empire versus Trinidad Volume 9. All right. $20 before 12 gets you in. And if you want to VIP, email majesticentvi@gmail.com, or you can hit them up via Facebook on majesticentvi. Okay, that's Majestic Entertainment presents a night of vibes. That's Saturday, August 1st. So head on out. The doors open 10 p.m. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. On one side we got the Gaza featuring Party Jesus Star General Fire Emblem, and on the other side we got Trinidad with DJ Chubby heading the lineup with Lunatic Sounds, DJ Genius, and Mr. Energy. Definitely sound like it going down in a big, big way. So you don't want to miss that. Head on out to that, okay? Also, now let's get into our VI historical figure of the day in honor of 101.3 Roe FM's annual Back to School giveaway that we'll be doing tomorrow. I chose to highlight none other than an educational historic figure as we get ready to open back the doors and roll out the carpets for back to school. I wanted to highlight none other than Pearl B. Larson. And the B actually stands for bird. Did you know that? B-Y-R-D? Yes, Pearl Bird Larson, an educator, school administrator, country leader, businesswoman, and one of the women who helped to transform education on the island of St. Croix. All right, Pearl B. Larson was born in Montgomery, Alabama, believe it or not, on September 27th, 1894. She later attended Hampton Institute, now known as Hampton University, where she received the education and training that would prepare her for a lifetime of leadership right here in these Virgin Isles. In 1932, Larson came to the Virgin Islands on a special teaching assignment. What may have begun as a professional assignment eventually became a lifelong commitment to St. Croix and the education of Virgin Islands children. Larson served the territory as an educator for more than over 30 years. She eventually became superintendent of schools for the St. Croix district, placing her in a major leadership position during a time when public education in the Virgin Islands was continuing to grow and develop. One of her most important contributions involved bringing the Scholastic Aptitude Test, now widely known as the SAT, to the Virgin Islands. Larson served as the territory's chief administrator for the examination and as a liaison with Princeton University. At the time, access to standardized college entrance testing was not as simple as registering online and choosing a local testing center. Bringing the SATs to the territory created new opportunities for Virgin Island students seeking admission to colleges and universities on the mainland. Pearl Larson also worked to expand educational opportunities for local teachers, which is so important. Before the College of the Virgin Islands, now known as the University of the Virgin Islands, was established, many teachers had limited opportunities to complete advanced education without leaving home. As a Hampton graduate, Larson worked with the Institute to arrange for instructors to travel to the Virgin Islands. Those visiting instructors conducted workshops and offered college-level courses to allow local educators to strengthen their teaching skills and continue their professional education. Do we see how important it is to think outside the box? And this is how you really solve problems. Not sitting down waiting for somebody to throw money at a situation. Looking outside the box and utilizing the resources as close in reach as possible to you. History has shown us this is who we are. Okay? Her work helped to develop the teachers who would then educate generations of Virgin Islands students. In that way, her influence reached far beyond the classroom she personally supervised. Pearl B. Larson was also active throughout the wider community. She participated in the local Red Cross, the Girl Scouts, and the St. John Anglican Church Choir. She was also one of the founders of the Christiansted Business and Professional Women's Club, creating yet another avenue through which women could build professional relationships, develop leadership skills, and support one another. In her later years, Larson became known as a gracious hostess and operated a gift shop from the first floor of her home. Her life reflected education, business, faith, civic participation, and service. Her name lives on through the Pearl B. Larson pre-K through 8 school right here on the big island of St. Croix. The school's name reminds students that the woman being honored was not simply a teacher. She helped to open the doors of higher education, professional development, national testing, and opportunity for students and educators across the territory. She reminds us that education is not only about teaching the students in front of you, it is about creating opportunities for the students and teachers who will come after you. Her legacy lives in every Virgin Islands educator who continued their training, every student who received access to college testing, and every child who walks through the school that proudly carries her name. Shout out to Miss Pearl B. Larson, and a huge thank you to her, her legacy, and all that she contributed to these here Virgin Islands. Isn't that astounding. Like, that is just amazing. Everything on my body just stand up is like, oh, I love sharing these stories with you guys, because imagine that, and at a time where we had a whole lot less. I always say we have more technology and more advancements now, but I feel like it actually holds us back because we hesitate to creatively think outside the box. We hesitate to lean on original thought. Everything is either regurgitated or shared around so frequently because you're constantly taking in information. So we're not really accessing what we're putting out. But then everybody has an opinion too anyway. So I guess we are putting stuff out, right? It's just not positive. So that being said, guys, I just love this story right here. And to see that, I took my SATs. If you took your SATs in the Virgin Islands, you are directly linked to this story that I just told you with Miss Pearl B. Larson. And to see she came here and did so much over so many years for our territory, to see that, this is what it takes. And that's all it really requires of you, is to see a problem and identify an avenue where we can fix it and stop hampering on the things that we don't have or don't have access to, or this is a problem, or this person is the reason why, or that's not done. And so let's go back to what used to work. You understand? You know what I mean? Hold on. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, blessed morning. Enough thanks and praise to the Most High who granted us with life. And I feel so happy because I am from Pearl B. Larson, and to know and to get back the information of stuff what our great people did in this world, and to know that I'm so proud to know that I come from Paul B.
Oh, I love that.
The people who taught me there, oh my God, nobody could replace any of them.
Oh,
and some of the values that they installed in me, still they're here to this day. And I could recall going on a trip, and one of my fifth grade teacher put his foot in the way when I was walking down the aisle for the plane. And when I watch him, I had to re-quote the poem that he taught us. And say so everybody can understand it. Those who went to Paul B should know it. Excuses are the tools of incompetence. They build monuments of nothing. Those who specialize in them shall them accomplish anything. Excuses.
Oh, I like that.
So shout out to Mr. Heiliger, who taught us and got us moving forward and being proactive in our mindset.
Oh man, Reggie, I absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing. I didn't get to go to Paul B, but I definitely enjoy that, and that's a quote I think I'm gonna start to teach to my kids. So you hang on, because I need that quote real quick, okay? Guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break right here. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Keep it locked. We got more awesome Virgin Islands greatness to share in just a bit. And we got the news as well. It's Friday, so come on and rock with me right here in the studio. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Keep it locked. Don't touch that dial.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, your candidate for governor. Our young people must become our priority. Too many of our children grew up waiting for schools they were promised. Our children lack safe places to learn and grow. This has to change. Rodney and I will fast track the rebuilding of our schools so students and teachers have safe and modern environments to succeed. We have a path forward. Enough is enough. On August 1st, vote Donna and Rodney. Vote number 3.
What is contrast therapy exactly? It's an ancient practice with a simple idea. Alternate between hot and cold. The heat opens you up, relaxes muscles, gets blood moving, sweats out the stuff you don't need. Then the cold flips the switch, wakes up your nervous system, knocks down inflammation, and leaves you feeling sharp and alive. You cycle between the two. Heat, cold, rest. Heat, cold, rest. Most people walk out lighter than they walked in. That's what we do at Elements on St. Croix. 2 saunas, traditional and infrared, 3 cold plunges, ranging from a friendly 58 degrees down to a serious 38. An open-air courtyard to rest between rounds. New to it? Come take a tour or grab our intro offer if you're a local. Visit our website at elementsstx.com, where the Virgin Islands comes to recover.
Virgin Islands. Get ready for the last lap. Join Plaskett and Potter for 2 nights of energy, music, and momentum as the campaign heads towards Election Day. Friday, July 17th on St. Thomas at Plaskett Potter headquarters next to Cosuless. Get ready for St. Thomas' very own Jam Band. Alongside St. John's Climax Band and the Grammy winner, Our City.
If I judge for life, man, would you stay by my side?
Then on Saturday, July 18th on St. Croix at Plaskett Potter headquarters next to the Scion Farm gas station. The night comes alive with performances by Trinity Crew, Jam Band, and Our City. And making a special appearance, it's Democratic superstar, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. The rallies start at 7 p.m. and go until. Food and drinks will be on sale, so bring a friend, bring the energy, and be part of the movement. People powered, ready to deliver. Remember the power of 2. Vote number 2 on Election Day. Brought to you by Plaskett Potter for the people.
Hey yo, then it's boy PMPA Pompa, and you're listening to 101.3 Roe FM. And anytime you're in or out the area, we listen to 101.3 Roe FM. Nothing else.
If my body could attack, it would have stutter. Walking and wash the man in my flutter. Straight to the dance floor, legs spread like butter. I love to tease and wash the man them suffer. When I show up to the party, that's enough for me to hurt them. Good looks, good body, I serve them. Pretty on the gram and even prettier in person. They take notes, but it's like it.
Hey.
I need you to put in more effort.
Talk to me, Monet.
Just from the neck up. Y'all go on sick until you
Hey.
You better get up, follow the leader.
I see my girl just mentioned she's not going to be participating in the BVI's festival.
Watch the teacher.
And the reason is one I am literally shocked about, but oh so proud. I see you, Monet. Much love and blessings on your journey, babe. But she said she won't be participating this year because she is, more so on a spiritual journey right now, okay? And she's taking it very seriously, obviously, right?
You just got that something they want make a girl grimy.
And that's never a easy transition to make. My father, I grew up in entertainment and I saw my father do it. And it's crazy because when you're in the industry and, you're working and this is your bread and butter a lot of times, it is so difficult to make that transition. I mean, we've seen it in dancehall, we've seen it in country music, we've seen it in rap, R&B, you name it, okay? But when you see it here along our shores, it doesn't happen very often. Right, but when it does, it's so impactful. I would have never guessed. I would have never seen that coming. But I love that, and I wish you the absolute best on your journey. Much love, blessings, respect, all the good stuff. Yes.
Shake your body, make it clap to the chorus. Make your body
Hey, and she ain't stuttering. She said what she said, okay? So keep it locked. Guys, now listen, getting into our community highlights of the day, let's talk about what's going on right now. The Virgin Islands University sports national team is preparing to represent the territory at the FISU American Games in Lima, Peru. The tournament will take place from July 21st through July 27th and will bring together university-level athletes from across the Americas. The opportunity gives Virgin Islands competitors valuable information, exposure, while allowing them to represent their schools and territory on a much larger stage. So shout out to them. That's next week, okay? So we're looking forward to that. Now, Pass the Word VI celebrates 3 years of storytelling. That's right. Pass the Word VI is celebrating its 3rd anniversary with an open mic gathering recognizing local writers, poets, performers, and storytellers. Since its founding, the program has created opportunities for established and emerging Virgin Islands artists to share original work, build confidence, and strengthen the territory's literary and spoken word community. I love that. Hey. I am so happy to see this because I remember being a very young Neeks, right? Writing is my first favorite pastime, okay? And I have works that are over 20-something years old that I've never shared. And it's partly because I grew up in a community where I really feel like people don't want to hear that. I really just feel like people don't want to hear all of that. We like fat. So I just, I'm just saying, to see that the literary world in these here islands is growing and developing at a time when scrolling is king. I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for it. What I do not like about it is how many people are utilizing Chat GPT and AI to create works and then calling it their own. I have a hell of a problem with that. Whew, gross. So if you know you're doing that, I ain't giving you no props. But for those of you who are actually coming out with your original works, sharing it, original thought processes, and doing that, hey, shout out to you. Okay, cause hey, ChatGPT can't outdo me, you know. I'm telling you, ChatGPT is, it works and all that good stuff, but we are the originators. There is none of that stuff without us. It's literally just mimicking human thought and processes and history and connotations and whatnot. It could do it faster, maybe, right? God, we don't need to be inspired, but yeah, there's nothing like original thought at all, and that's with anything. So shout out to Pass the Word. And I like to see that there are other entities and influencers who are doing the same as well. I absolutely love that. So shout out to you guys. Also, Elder Justice Summit focuses on probate and housing stability. Lord knows this probate conversation is a big one along our shores. Senior advocates and territory partners gathered for the second phase of an Elder Justice Summit focused on probate reform, heirs property, housing stability, and protecting older residents from displacement. The discussion brought together government officials, attorneys, nonprofit organizations, and community leaders seeking clearer systems for handling estates and inherited property. So we'll see more on that in a bit. Also, speaking of seniors, senior advocates push for financial protections legislation. AARP Virgin Islands is encouraging lawmakers to advance legislation designed to protect older residents from financial exploitation. And we have seen a lot of that over the years, okay? The organization represents more than 22,000 members across the territory and says stronger protections are needed to address scams, unauthorized financial activity, caregiver exploitation, and other forms of elder financial abuse. It is definitely abuse because, what did I say? Once a man, twice a child. So the same, like, it's taking candy from a child. It's wrong. It's gross behavior. But hey, everybody don't have the same compass, right? Your moral compass. So, but I hate to see that because imagine making it that far in life, right? And that's what to say, sometimes long life could feel like a curse because you make it that far only to be exploited, used, battered and beaten down. And like it really is not one of those things that we should be seeing often at all. We got to be able to honor. This is a place where we thrive in honor. We thrive in history. We thrive in who we are as a people, and not just who we are, but whose we are. So a lot of that reflects in how we honor our elders, and not just after they've passed, but before that, while they're still living, while we can care for them. Okay. In a world where everything is so hustle and bustle and fast paced now, attention spans are 3 seconds long. People lack a lot of the patience is necessary to deal with the elderly, especially if they have, issues like, dementia or other latent issues that tend to creep up in elder age, right? So, and I've seen a lot of it. I've been exposed to some degree in the medical field as well as in corrections. But let me tell you something. When we as a people learn to really uplift and care for our elderly and our children in a way that we should, you are going to see this place thrive in a way that we cannot even imagine. Okay? Because all of it comes with everything. Every action creates a reaction. So, it creates energy behind of it. We really have to be cautious and careful and intentional about what we are putting out, especially when we feel like nobody is looking. So, and how we hold those accountable who are doing those things as well too is a big deal, because that whether it's your mother or somebody else's mother, father, grandmother, auntie, uncle, whatever the case is, like, those are stories when people are of an elder age and they're seeking assistance or seeking help and things of that nature. that is a lifetime that you are caring for. You are caring for every lesson that they have learned, everything that they have done, every person that they have helped, everywhere that they have been, every contribution to life that they have made throughout their, you are caring for a story. And there should be a certain level of reverence, respect, and honor, even if it's not love, because you don't have to love nobody, right? Honor that should come with that. And Lord, there were times in history where they would literally end your life because you couldn't respect that of an elder. So we need to get back to, I ain't saying we need to end people's lives for that, no. I'm just saying we need to get back to that level of reverence where we uphold it as something that is just, untouchable. So that being said, guys, we're going to cut to another brief commercial break. We got some bills to pay, all right? All right, don't forget, you're tuning in to 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, Bush T in the morning. I got my cup, a hair sipping. Hey. All right, we're going to be back with some more news. What's going on along these shows? We got a lot to talk about, as there's never a dull day along these here Virgin Islands. Shout out to everybody on the live. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Drea, I see you. Been a little bit. All right, also say huge thank you to Gail Harris. She said thank you for the lesson on Pearl B. Lawson. I think of all the schools should make sure that they review the greatness of the education leadership led by the names of the schools in the Virgin Islands. Yes, Gail, absolutely. I truly, truly agree with you. And that's why I started making sure that I do this segment in the morning where we honor a Virgin Islands historical figure. It started in March, and we've been doing one every single day since. We've never repeated one so far. We're still going strong. So thank you, guys. I really enjoyed this story about Pearl B. Larson as well, too. We'll be back with more awesomeness and Bush Tea right here after these messages, okay? Go stir up that little sugar in the bottom of your cup for me real quick. We'll be right back. It's 101.3 AI.
Look who it is. It's the Roe FM with all them big tune day, big tune day. Lord is sweet, calling, tell me how you love it. On the Roe FM is tea. Roe FM is tea. Like you think you don't want to dance. It's your boy Adam when you're listening to Roe FM, we VI.
I will finish this year strong. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to renovate my house. I'm going to consolidate my debt. I'm going to invest in my future. And I'm going to live with more purpose and peace of mind, period.
Make your plans come true with an Oriental personal loan. Apply and you could receive a credit decision the same day. Go to orientalbank.com/apply today or visit one of our branches. Certain terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval.
It's official, and the countdown is on for Daddy Jones' Filthy 3 annual birthday bash. On Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea, Daddy Jones and friends set to mash up the place. Performing live, Bio International, Pascal, Lorna Freeman, Shakima, Figgy, Impact Band, and the Energy Girl, Boomba. Hosted all by Big Man Bass and juggling by DJ Chubby and Lips International. Doors open at 9 p.m. and we ain't leaving till the last panak. Get your tickets at Armstrong's Ice Cream, Don't Pay Me No Mind, and Eventbrite. Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea. It's the Daddy Jones Filthy 3 annual birthday bash.
1 gig for $50 a month and a 30-day money-back guarantee? Are you fiber kidding me? I'm in. Charles, take the mic. I have to go. Oh, all right. Visit libertyvi.com/fiber and switch to Liberty True Fiber now.
It's time for the biggest back-to-school giveaway of the year. 101.3 Roe FM is giving away 1,000 free book bags and supplies to help our students head back to school prepared and ready for success. Join us Saturday, July 18th at the Barron Spot Village Mall on St. Croix and Saturday, July 25th at Emancipation Garden on St. Thomas. The fun kicks off at 12 noon and goes until 3 p.m. Kids receiving book bags will also enjoy free snow cones, face painting, haircut certificates, and so much more. And that's not all. Thanks to One Communications, we're giving away 5 iPhone 16 Pro Max devices and 5 MiFi devices. Plus, don't miss the Pass It Down uniform give back in collaboration with the Butterfly Effect, helping families prepare for the new school year. This community event is made possible by our generous sponsors: Office of the Governor, the VI Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation, the VI Department of Education, SoFolk CBNA JV, MCM Build USVI, Gage Edmonds Force Senate, Shane Trucking, Christie's Real Estate, Liberty VI, One Communications, Church's Chicken, J. Benton Construction, Sea Glass Properties, Precision Auto Parts, Legacy Tires, Julian's Trucking, Phantomize, My Lord Variety Store, Rittenhouse Consultant, The Makeup Bar, Chitoli Services LLC, Keswick Insurance, It's a Vibe Promotion, SAB Construction, Caravel Hotel and Casino, The Flamin' Grill, Violette's Boutique, Armstrong Ice Cream, Caribbean Coolin', James Family Florist and Funeral Home, Bates Trucking and Trash Removal, Jackie's Beauty Supply, and of course, your community station, 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. We'll see you July 18th on St. Croix and July 25th on St. Thomas, because at 101.3 Roe FM, we're proud to give back to our community one child at a time.
Look! 1 gig upload, 1 gig download. Perfection! I'm downloading a video on how to upload videos while uploading a video on how to download them. All at the same time. Symmetrical. Beautiful. 1 gig for $15 a month. Switch to Liberty True Fiber now. Visit libertyvi.com/fiber.
Are you looking for another source of income while earning an in-demand marketable trade that enhances your resume? If so, the Virgin Islands Air National Guard is the best-kept secret of the Air Force that provides you these opportunities and so much more. Take advantage of these amazing benefits while serving locally in your community 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. To learn more, contact your Virgin Islands Air National Guard recruiter at 340-277-8000.
Are you tired of being stuck on the road with a flat or needing a battery jump and no one's there to reach you? Napa understands. So Napa Auto and Truck Parts St. Croix is announcing their Roadside Independence Tool giveaway. And here are the details. Napa is giving away one Napa 1000 peak battery amps jump starter with 120 PSI air compressor, 3.1 amp USB power, and LED light. All you have to do to enter is fill out an entry form in store. Then purchase any item from the clearance shelf or manager special shelf by July 9th for additional entries and place your entry form in the designated box with the cashier. You can earn 1 additional entry for every item purchased from the manager's special shelf or clearance shelf. See our Facebook page for more details, and the giveaway is all year long. A special congratulations goes to our last winner of the Father's Day promotion package, valued at over $1,000. Congratulations, Ferdinand Abraham. No purchase necessary. See store for details.
Hey, have you checked the cistern lately?
Yeah, and don't worry, I already called Julian's Trucking.
Julian's Trucking for cisterns and pool fills?
Exactly. They handle cistern fills and pool fills. Fast, reliable, and hassle-free.
That's a relief. Last time we waited forever.
Not with Julian's. They show up when they say they will, and they get the job done right the first time.
All right. What's the number?
Just call Julian's Trucking today at 340-277-8510 or 340-277-9093.
Cistern full, pool ready, stress gone.
Julian's Trucking, your trusted choice for cistern and pool fills.
Number 68.
There's a little bit of Puerto Rico right here on St. Croix. Lorraine Chicken Shack, La Pollera de Mijing. Locals and visitors alike have made the Lorraine Chicken Shack a part of their family's menu. Rotisserie chicken with Johnny cakes and delicious rice and beans, my favorite. You got to try their conch balls. And the dinner menu is to die for. Kill me now.
Now
available. Open air seating space at the Chicken Shack. To order, call 778-5717 or 778-5715.
Virgin Islands, it's time. Time to make your voice heard. Time to make your vote count.
Get out and vote.
Mark your calendars. Early voting for the 2026 primary election runs July 20th through July 29th for St. Thomas and St. Croix, and July 23rd through July 29th on St. John. Voting hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily on St. Thomas and St. Croix, and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily on St. John. Voting is easy, convenient, and transparent. Voters in the St. Thomas-St. John district may vote at either voting center. On St. Thomas, vote at Election Systems Office located at Lockhart Gardens above Banco Popular. On St. John, vote at the Election Systems Office located at the Marketplace, 3rd floor, Suite 2. On St. Croix, vote at the Election Systems Office located at Sunny Isle Shopping Center, Unit 26. Whether you vote early or on Election Day, your vote matters.
Get out and vote. Every vote
Brought to you by the election system of the Virgin Islands. Now remember, one vote makes a difference.
When I asked for your trust, I made a commitment to fight every day to improve the quality of life for the people of the Virgin Islands through action, solutions, and results. This is your Democratic Senator, Kenneth Kenny Gittens. Since the devastating hurricanes of 2017, too many rebuilding projects have faced unnecessary delays because of slow permitting and government red tape. That's why I introduced and successfully passed legislation allowing the Department of Planning and Natural Resources to offer expedited building permits through a special accelerated process. This common sense measure helps move construction projects forward faster, supports economic development, creates jobs, and helps our communities rebuild stronger and more efficiently. Progress cannot wait, and our people deserve a government that works responsibly and delivers results. I respectfully ask for your continued support so I can continue fighting for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Virgin Islands for all.
Paid for by the supporters of Kenneth Kenny Gittens.
Christie's International Real Estate St. Croix is a proud sponsor of our 3rd annual Back to School Drive and Giveaway. At Christie's International Real Estate, we're passionate about more than just real estate. We're passionate about our community. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, searching for your dream island home, or looking for expert vacation rentals and property management services, our experienced team is here to help every step of the way. Join us as we help students start the school year strong with backpacks, school supplies, and plenty of community spirit. From beachfront estates and condos to investment properties and vacation rentals, Christie's International Real Estate St. Croix is your trusted island real estate resource. Christie's International Real Estate St. Croix, connecting people to property and giving back to the community we love.
Legacy Tires, where you get quality tires at the lowest price on island. Locally owned and operated with more than 40 years in the tire business. The professional staff at Legacy Tires would like to welcome everyone to come in and experience a better way to love your vehicle. Visit us today at 57 Castle Coakley or call us at 340-690-8973. Legacy Tires, where you are family too.
Good day. This is Milton Potter. Across our islands, families are working hard, sacrificing and waiting for government to deliver. They're tired of blackouts, tired of rising costs, tired of schools, healthcare, and systems falling short. They're right to expect more. They deserve progress they can see and feel. Stacey Plaskett fought to bring billions of dollars and opportunities home, but securing resources is only the beginning. Those resources must be put to work with urgency, discipline, and accountability. That is the job of a governor and lieutenant governor. That is why Stacey and I are running together. She knows how to open doors, and together we know how to move government from promise to performance. 2 proven leaders, 2 records of results, 1 team delivering the future our families deserve. On August 1st, look for number 2. Vote for the power of 2.
Sponsored by Plaskett Potter for People.
It's official, and the countdown is on for Daddy Jones' Filthy 3 annual birthday bash. On Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea, Daddy Jones and friends set to mash up the place. Performing live, Fire International, Pascal, Lorna Freeman, Shakima, Figgy, Impact Band, and the Energy Girl, Boomba. and juggling by DJ Chubby and Lips International. Doors open at 9 p.m. and we ain't leaving till the last pan knock. Get your tickets at Armstrong's Ice Cream, Don't Pay Me No Mind, and Eventbrite. Saturday, July 25th at the Captain's Yard at Coral Sea. It's the Daddy Jones Filthy Free Annual Birthday Bash.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. We've got a little bit of Saharan dust headed our way, but nothing like what we were dealing with earlier in the week. It's going to be slightly on the hazy side today as we're partly to mostly sunny and breezy across the islands. Temperatures today are going to be up near 90 degrees. We'll keep some of that moderate Saharan dust around tonight, partly cloudy, a little on the hazy side, breezy 75 to 80. It'll help suppress shower activity overnight. There shouldn't be much in the way of rainfall. For tomorrow, more sun. Again, a little bit of haze out there, but not too much. Breezy temperatures will approach 90 on Saturday. Sunday, we're partly to mostly sunny, breezy with the chance of an isolated shower. Temperatures on Sunday close to 90. For the boaters, certainly exercise caution offshore today. Winds are east at 10 to 20 knots. Waves are going to run 3 to 5 feet. Looks like you're going to see less than a 30% chance of a shower offshore. Slightly reduced visibility due to the dust. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
Queen of Bacchanal, I said knock and come in to my private area. Come down to my private, come down.
Come on.
Private area, come down to my private.
To my what? Destra!
And me in this private area. Private area. It's just you and me in this private area. Private area.
Oh, Lord.
How are you jam it and you jam it and you jam it a little hard.
Hey.
Jam it a little hard.
It's Friday, man.
Jam it to the soca. How are you jam it to the soca? Jam it and you jam it.
What we doing today? What we doing?
Jam it a little harder, my boy now.
It's happy hour somewhere.
How are you
all the time.
It's long time I wanted you.
Oh man, guys, you're tuned into 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Front way, mission that. A good thing. What? Look at
Uh-huh.
repeat it. Keep it a secret. Don't talk about it. It's just
What? Yes, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Welcome back. It's Bushy in the Manor with your girl Neeks in this private area. Private area. Ain't so private right here in 101.3. You know, we don't talk about everything. It's everything Virgin Islands, baby. And we like to make sure that we put it all out on Front Street. Well, not all of it. You know, we gotta keep it a little discreet, ladies. Cross your legs. Cross your legs. Sit down like a lady. Hey, gotta say a huge shout out to our sponsors again, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, where it all goes down tomorrow for our annual Lord, tongue a little heavy this morning. Our annual back to school giveaway. 500 book packs are going out into the community. Mañana, compliments of 101.3 Roe FM. Big Road doing it big along our sponsors, our many sponsors that make sure that we get to do well for you.
me in this private area. Private area.
Come on out, come party with me. Come give me a hug, man. We're going to take some pictures, dance. If I am driving past My Love Variety Store and Smoke Shop in the Barron Spot Shopping Center tomorrow and you see a big crowd of people just doing the electric slide, it will me. We gotta do something, man. Energy time, everything has been so difficult, so draining, so heavy lately in our community, and anything we could do to come together in a positive way, I am here for it. Okay, so that being said, let's get back into what we were talking about, what's happening along our shores right here in our territory. These emeralds of the sea that we call home under this VI flag on this equator, you already know. Again, shout out to everybody that's on the TuneIn app as well as on the Facebook Live. Good morning to you guys. I see you. Much love. And to everybody that's on the dial, y'all the real MVPs, everybody that reaches out to let me know they listen to us every morning regularly. I gotta say, Jenny, good morning. As Jennifer Avila, listen, she me a call this morning, make me, oh Lord, make me feel nice and special and all warm inside. One thing she does do is support 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI Ambush Tea in the morning. Okay, so Jenny, thank you because you make me day. You make me day today for tomorrow. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, and I also got to say a huge shout out to everybody that sends a message and lets me know, Nix, you're doing a good job. I appreciate you guys because, you know, it's just me and her most of the time, me and my mic, right? And my thoughts. And sometimes I don't know how that's perceived or received. You know, I just be myself. If anybody remembers when I first started back on the radio, because I had done radio for about 2 years prior to coming back on 101.3, it was definitely a little nerve-wracking. Okay, so when I get the messages, trust and believe, nobody's harder on me than me. I always appreciate it. I don't just take it with a grain of salt. I take it with a whole barrel, okay? The whole barrel of salt, and I appreciate it. And also, you know, I take the critiques well as well, too. So thank you guys, everybody that pours into me, whether it's just a little pour or a whole dump. I appreciate you all the time, all the way, all right? All the time. So that being said, let's get back into what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot happening right here in these Virgin Islands. Now, we got some local athletes that are continuing to reach regional playoffs. We got the Virgin Islands basketball and baseball teams continuing to represent the territory in regional competitions. The women's basketball team advanced into tournament playoff action. And while youth baseball teams competed against strong regional components, or I should say opponents, right? The event provide experience, exposure, and development opportunities for local players and coaches. And it's exposure for us as well, too. These are our ambassadors, whether we know it or not, okay? Even if you don't know, perfect example, right? Even if you don't know that water is comprised of H2 and O. You need H2O to make water, right? Those are the elements. That's at least that's the recipe that they gave us, right? Even if you don't know that, it doesn't change that from being a fact. So even though we don't consider it such when we talk about our players that are going out, young and old, okay, once they're leaving our territory to go and represent us, they're waving our flag, they get us on their jerseys, those last names on those jerseys that represent who we are, them accents, you know, the jewelry they wearing, the way they carry themselves, how they speak, all that good stuff. Listen, these are our ambassadors, and everybody that they brush shoulders with, the person that they sit down next to on the plane, on the way to where they're going. That's an opportunity to introduce somebody to our culture, to introduce somebody to our heritage, our background, our customs. And when that happens, it opens a doorway for more conversations. And then past the conversations, action take place. Okay, so we got to pour into those people that we're putting on Front Street. Okay, we're literally taking them and saying, hey, this is the cream of our crop. Have a look. And then we send it out into the world, which is why representation matters heavily. And then they come back home and they bring home the gold. Hey! Bringing home the gold and the butter bread, okay? So shout out to you guys. I'm loving seeing it. All the different teams, regardless of which facet or which sport. Even onto the artists, the book writers, and everybody that's going out there and representing who we are in a big way. Listen, 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI. This is for you. This is for you. This is a platform that's designed with you in mind, okay? And right here on Bush Tea in the Morning, we like to highlight who you are and everything that you represent all the time, okay? So gotta say a huge shout out to you guys. And every time I ring that cowbell is for, hey, big VI energy. So you already know. Now listen, guys, it's Friday and I really don't like to end the week on a somber note, but we got to talk about something very, very serious that took place yesterday here in our territory. It continues the conversation about violence and what's actually taking place where that is concerned. Okay, I don't want to end the week on a somber note. However, we got to talk about this, and we're gonna bring it to Front Street. So join me in this conversation. And the number to call if you want to tune in, chime in, comment, highlight, ask a question, whatever the case is, 340-715-7948. You will be live on the air with me, okay? 340-715-7948. Save it so you don't never have to look for it. Now, yesterday, The Virgin Islands Police Department is now, as of yesterday, investigating a death of a 4-year-old boy who suffered a gunshot wound Thursday evening, here on St. Croix. Now, the St. Croix 911 emergency call center received the initial support report at approximately 7:10 p.m. All right, emergency personnel responded and the child was transported to 1F Louis Hospital for urgent treatment. Despite the efforts of medical personnel, the child died from his injuries. Police have not yet announced how the child was shot, where the weapon came from, who was present, or whether the shooting was accidental or intentional. Investigators say no final determination has been made. The major crime unit is now handling the investigation. Detectives will likely examine the firearm, the location where the shooting occurred, witness statements, physical evidence, medical information, and the accounts of any adults or children who were nearby. Cases involving children and firearms require investigators to determine whether the gun was legally possessed, properly secured, loaded, left within reach, or handled by another person. The child's death has generated resounding grief and shock across the territory. Authorities are asking anyone with direct information about the incident to contact police or provide information through the anonymous Crime Stopper system. The investigation remains active, and officials are expected to release more information after detectives establish the circumstances surrounding the shooting. This is way too far. It's been way too far a long time ago, but this is completely over the top. 4 years old. I have 3 children that I love very dearly, and I cannot imagine those little hands reaching out for me after experiencing something like that. I can't imagine the look on that child's face, the pain, the shock. My entire being is having a hard time processing that. And my heart goes out to the family, the loved ones, anyone who had a connection to this child, knew this child, even if in passing, you probably know them because, your kids play together or whatever the case is. 4 years old. Could you imagine that? And here it is. Earlier, I was also speaking about when we get to that space, and I say when because it has to happen, right? It has to happen. And if we, a people, can accomplish anything, everything that comes in front of us, we are a triumphant people, then this is no different. So I say when we get to this space where we truly revere and honor our elderly and our children like days of old, then we will start to see progress in this place. And that needs to be a top priority. Before, believe it or not, before WAPA, before education, before medical assistances, before we find more teachers for the schools, before we figure out the potholes, before all of those things that need to happen, and those are equally as important, yes. But those things will happen even faster if we correct this, if it's resonance. Okay, it's what you honor. It's what you hold true. It's what you hold is important to you. We are literally erasing the lines of what should and should not be accepted, Caller, you on the air. Good morning.
Good day again. I had to call back.
You breaking up.
Help us to heal.
You're breaking up, Reggie. You gotta go to a different area.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really hits my heart to know that a 4-year-old innocent child lost his life or something like that. I hope we have some kind of conflict resolution to help our young and old people to learn how to deal with any type of situation. And for having a gun and not knowing the proper way to how to store a weapon, so a 4-year-old can't have it. Wow, my God, we really need to learn how to take care of our kids more properly.
Yeah.
And coming from somebody who lost a lost a child to a abortion and almost lost a child to drowning.
Wow.
Them thing is them. Yeah, when I hear that type of stuff, it'll bring back them memories and that's tough. I hope God really help the family to heal and try to get through. Like I can't think anything worse in this world than to bury your child.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Yeah, it's one of those things like it's very hard to process, especially at a time where we're already dealing with so much loss. Like people are literally leaving because and it's one of those things we don't talk about, right? We talk about the major exoduses that happen due to opportunities, jobs, things of that nature. But we don't talk about how many people leave and never come back because of pain, because of deep-rooted pain, because places that used to represent great memories and love and good times now resonate with pain and heartbreak and missing people. And sometimes it's just easier to get through this life by not being constantly reminded of the things that used to be. A lot of people leave for reasons like that. Listen, born and raised in St. Thomas. When I graduated from high school, I left St. Thomas. It took me 8 years to even look back for a moment. Okay, I left the military. When I was done with the military, I went back home. I was probably there for 2 or 3 months, and then I left and never went back. And pain had a great deal to do with that. And what it does is it adds on to the loss, because you can never undo who you are. You can never undo the influences that raised you. You understand? But traversing life becomes very hard when the one thing you know the most is the source of your greatest pain. You understand? And I cannot imagine being a mother or father or sister or aunt, uncle, cousin, grandma to this 4-year-old child and losing them to gun violence. Whether it be an accident, whether it be, and these things happen in split seconds. You know, we've seen cases, not just here, but across the world, where children get into things that they had no business getting into, a slight lack in judgment. And then not only that, but children also develop, you know, behind the scenes. You're not seeing that a switch went off and now the child's mind is inquisitive and they have certain capabilities that they may not have had yesterday. You know, anybody raising children will tell you it happens that fast. That's why you don't put nothing past them. You don't try to be like, oh, well, no, they don't do that, because today they don't do it, but tomorrow they do. That's how walking works. That's how, you know, holding their own bottle works. Yesterday they didn't do it, today they can do it. You understand? It's that quick. And just that quickly they can get into things. We don't know the nature of this story, so I don't want to assume or, you know, try to paint a picture that's not there. The article in itself basically clarified that there are no real details highlighting what happened, how, or who's responsible.
You could tell that they withheld a lot of information.
Yeah, and usually that's because investigation is still going on, and they have to put out, when you're putting out information such as that, it has to be factual, and it has to be sensitive to the community as well too. Because listen, it don't take much for people to start dragging online and how people respond to things in the community. So when you yourself are a leader, whether that be in VIPD or in the legislature or whatever the case may be, as long as you hold in any one of those pens that make a decision out here, you have a responsibility of how you pass information to the community. So we want to respect their ability to do their jobs in the best way possible, because they don't just have to look at the situation at hand. They have to look at the whole picture, and that comes with a lot in itself. As such, we have laws, rules, regulations to navigate these cases, and there's a lot of red ink and red tape, so we just have to sit back, and we don't even know if the details will come out. A lot of times the streets talk a lot sooner than, you know, the officials do, but that being said, online with very limited information factually, online people are already pointing fingers and casting, I guess their versions of what they think happened, or so, and that just adds insult to injury. A lot of times when people are already
that's
dealing
so
with
true.
something
and that's why we have to really pray
Mhm.
and ask the family, seek guidance, seek spiritual guidance
Yeah.
to get through this, because that death, no coming back. But with God, God heals everything.
Right.
And I know you can take a lot of time. So spiritually, may God be with you and your entire family circle with this tragedy. May you understand that, God has a reason. We don't know the reason sometimes, but God has his reason. And the only way for us to truly heal is to just continue to praise him and understand and ask him for peace, guidance, just to get through it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Reggie. I appreciate that fully, and I hope the family receives, our best wishes,
All right, thank you.
and they're able to traverse this positively. All right, Reggie. Thanks again.
Okay.
That's right, guys. Again, that number is 340-715-7948. Don't be shy to join the conversation with me. I promise you I don't bite. At least not on days that end with Y. But listen, back to what we're talking about here. This is truly a nerve-wracking situation. It hits you right in your core, and my heart goes out to that family. Right now, I want to take a moment to observe a moment of silence for this young Virgin Islander whose life was cut short practically at hello. So 4 years old, okay? And my heart goes out to this family, the loved ones, and all those who are affected in our community right now. To every mother that feels it right now as well, too. My heart goes out to you. Quick moment of silence. Join me. Oh, man. So that being said, thank you again, Reggie, for calling in. In more news, Lord, the Virgin Islands Police Department told lawmakers that it made only one arrest connected to the territory's 25 homicide cases recorded so far this year. During a public safety hearing, senators questioned police leaders about homicide investigations, staffing shortages, street patrols, surveillance cameras, and the department's overall visibility in communities. Police officials said the department is operating with roughly half the personnel it believes are needed to maintain effective enforcement across St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. Staff shortages affect more than ordinary patrols. Detective must investigate shootings, homicide, robberies, domestic violence, burglaries, traffic crashes, sexual assault, missing persons, and other crimes, while also preparing cases for prosecutors and court. Lawmakers questioned whether residents are seeing enough officers walking through the neighborhoods and commercial areas. They also asked how the territory's surveillance camera network is being used to identify suspects, vehicles, weapons, and movements before and after crimes. Police reported that violent crime overall has declined by approximately 13%. However, the low arrest rate in homicide cases remains a serious concern for families waiting for answers. Officials again emphasized the need for witness cooperation. Investigators say residents sometimes know who committed a crime but fear retaliation or do not trust the system enough to speak openly. The department says it is continuing recruitment efforts while attempting to improve investigations and surveillance coverage. In more news, concerns are being raised about security at the condemned Alexander A. Farrelly Criminal Justice Complex Swan Annex after a senator said he entered the property through an unsecured gate and discovered exposed inmate medical records. I said intimate. I apologize. Inmate medical record. But that is a little intimate, isn't it? Because why would you want your medical records exposed or just sitting on a desk just wide open? Senator Franklin Johnson described finding the facility accessible even though it had been condemned and was no longer operating as a normal correctional space. Medical records contain sensitive information and are supposed to be protected from the unauthorized access. Exposed documents could include names, diagnoses, medications, treatment histories, medical health information, identification numbers, and other private details. The discovery raises questions about who was responsible for securing the site, whether records should have been removed or destroyed, or how long the gate had remained open. Correctional officers said they would address the security concerns. They also discussed plans for a replacement facility capable of housing 207 inmates. The proposed reconstruction is estimated at approximately $25 million and is expected to be supported through federal disaster funding. Plans are reportedly complete, but the demolition and other preparatory work must occur before construction can move forward. Until the replacement is completed, the territory continues dealing with limited correctional space, damaged facilities, staffing shortage, and the cost of housing some inmates outside the Virgin Islands, which we've talked about before. All right, now, the Virgin Islands Bureau of Corrections says it has reached approximately 66% compliance with long-running federal settlement requirements governing inmate care, safety, and facility operations. Officials say lawmakers that federal medical and dental oversight at the John A. Bell Adult Correctional Facility on St. Croix ended in 2025 after more than 40 years of monitoring. Oh yeah, now that's something to celebrate. All right, the remaining requirements involve areas such as mental health treatment, suicide prevention, safety and supervision, fire protection, environmental health, grievance procedures, and staff training and proper intimate classification. Although some oversight requirements have ended, the territory still pays approximately $1.2 million each year for an independent monitoring team. Staffing remains one of the Bureau's biggest challenges. Corrections officials reported 28 sworn officers on St. Thomas and 43 on St. Croix, along with 69 total vacancies across the agency. 31 of those vacancies involve correctional officer positions. Another 28 officers are currently eligible for retirement, creating concern that the existing workforce could shrink further. Corrections work requires officers to maintain order, supervise movement, conduct searches, respond to violence and medical emergencies, transport inmates, document incidents, and protect both staff and people in custody. The Bureau says it is continuing recruitment and training while working toward full compliance and improved facilities. So, hey, it's a lot of work to be done, because here it is. On one hand, we're seeing VIPD is short-staffed, but then we're also seeing that Corrections is going through some struggles of their own as well. So on both sides of the law, we need some help. Oh, Lord. And you know, there's one factor that is contributing to a lot of this lack, right? And that's because we have one major generation that is crossing the threshold into elderlyism, if that's a word. It is now, right? It's officially a word. I just said it. So the baby boomers are crossing, guys, and this is like the largest generation of all the generations. Let's just make it absolutely clear and frank. The baby boomers are crossing over. They're retiring. They are, they're getting older. They're not just grandparents anymore. They're becoming great grandparents. And that being said, they're leaving their positions, and workforces across America are feeling that gap. They're feeling, because no generation can quite meet or match the size of the baby boomers. That's why they were called the baby boomers, because it was a boom of babies at the time when they were born for quite a number of years also. So are we going to be able to sustain this gap? We can't fix it, because, we'd have to be growing people in a lab somewhere in order to replace all of the baby boomers that are leaving or crossing over and leaving their positions, and they're taking a lot of their expertise and their knowledge and their wisdom with them. But now is a great time to really find a mentor. Actually, a great time would have been yesteryear, but it's a great time to find a mentor, and we got to get creative. Maybe the onset of AI right now isn't such a bad thing, but that's something to think about, right? Also, the Virgin Islands will receive a share of multi-state settlement and crew involving allegations that generic drug manufacturers prepared or participated in unlawful price fixing. The latest agreement involves Glenmark Pharmaceuticals and provides the territory with approximately $15,967. Glenmark also agreed to cooperate with ongoing litigation involving 33 companies and 25 individual executives. The company must adopt internal reforms intended to support fair competition and compliance with antitrust laws. The latest settlement follows earlier agreements with several other pharmaceutical companies totaling nearly $67 million nationally. The lawsuit alleged that manufacturers coordinated prices, divided customers, and reduced competition involving commonly used generic medications. Generic drugs are supposed to provide lower cost alternatives to brand name, right? Where was I? Prescriptions. So artificial price increases can affect patients, insurers, hospital pharmacies, and government health programs. The Virgin Islands residents who purchased certain generic prescription drugs manufactured by the companies between May 2009 and December 2019 may be eligible for compensation. So you got to look into that. The broader litigation continues, and additional companies and executives remain named as defendants. A major trial involving topical generic drugs is expected to move forward later in 2026. Residents who believe they qualify will need to review the official eligibility requirements and submit the necessary claim information. Okay, so make sure you check that out, guys. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. It's already the end of the show. Can you believe it? Guys, don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tina Mana with your girl, Neeks. It's Friday, and we're wrapping up already. So let's get into the weekend. Keep it locked.
St. Croix, it's time to come together. Join the Roach Francis Family Fun Day and early voting kickoff on Sunday, July 19th at the Roach Francis headquarters on Hess Road, next to Napa. From 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., it's all about the kids and families. Bring the little ones for bounce houses, face painting, games, prizes, and so much more. Then starting at 6 p.m., the celebration continues with live entertainment for the adults. Dance the night away with Heart Attack Band and DJ Chris until 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase throughout the evening. Admission is free. That's Sunday, July 19th, beginning at 2 p.m. at the Roach Francis headquarters on Hess Road, next to Napa. Come celebrate community, family, and the start of an exciting season. We'll see you there. Roach Francis, One Virgin Islands, for you, not a few.
Paid for by Roach and Francis for Governor, Lieutenant Governor.
Look! 1 gig upload, 1 gig download. Perfection! I'm downloading a video on how to upload videos while uploading a video on how to download them. All at the same time. Symmetrical. Beautiful. 1 gig for $50 a month. Switch to Liberty True Fiber now. Visit libertyvi.com/fiber.
Getting back into your routine comes with work, classes, meetings, traffic. So if you're getting back to it, now's the perfect time to switch to T-Mobile. Get the iPhone 17 Pro with no trade-in and the Apple Watch SE 3 on us. Make the most of your plans and get the iPad A16 for only $199 via bill credits plus taxes. That's everything you need to stay organized and connected. Plus, benefits others don't give you, like unlimited hotspot and streaming included. When it's time to get back into your routine, get back with more. Stay connected with T-Mobile, powered by our 5G network.
I will finish this year strong. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to renovate my house. I'm going to consolidate my debt. I'm going to invest in my future. And I'm going to live with more purpose and peace of mind, period.
Make your plans come true with an Oriental personal loan. Apply and you could receive a credit decision the same day. Go to orientalbank.com/apply today or visit one of our branches. Certain terms, conditions, and restrictions apply, subject to credit approval.
Is your Homer business ready for a fresh new look? Phantom Eyes LLC has got you covered from top to bottom. From professional painting and power washing to tiling, masonry, cistern services, and deep cleaning, even yard cleanup. Phantom Eyes LLC does it all, and they do it right. We bring precision, reliability, and an eye for detail to every project. Big job or small job, your property is our priority. Call 340-226-3610 today and let Phantom Eyes LLC transform your space. Phantom Eyes LLC. If you can imagine it, we can improve it.
Greetings. I am a volunteer with the Ready for VLA Senate 2026 committee. It is election season and I am encouraging you to go out and vote on election day. The right to vote is a powerful one. If you have not yet registered to vote, please do so now. I know that many of us feel that it doesn't really matter whether we vote or not, but our local elections are important because they will determine how our individual and collective needs are met. Every aspect of our lives will be affected by the voting decisions we make. I am respectfully asking for your vote for a qualified, competent, and decisive individual whose focus has always been and will continue to be on the future of our Virgin Islands. Kurt Viale is always ready to serve. He's committed to this community and is passionately dedicated to the progress of St. Croix. I humbly ask that on August 1st, 2026, you vote Kurt Viale to the Senate. Kurt Viale is number 5 on the ballot. Thank you.
Paid for by friends of Kurt Viale to the Senate.
Your new beauty destination, The Makeup Bar, featuring premium makeup and skincare brands you love. Visit us at Five Corners Plaza on St. Croix. Open Thursday to Saturday, 12 to 7 p.m. The Makeup Bar, because everyone deserves to feel beautiful.
Need construction work done? Call the team that's ready to build, repair, and transform your space. SAB Construction. From strong masonry work to smooth drywall and sheetrock installation, beautiful tile settings, and clean professional painting services, SAB Construction is here to meet all your needs. Reliable service, quality results, and affordable prices, and free estimates too. Call today, 340-205-6101, or email at sabconstruction43@gmail.com. That's SAB Construction, building island greatness, one project at a time.
You're now tuned into 101.3 Roe FM, broadcasting exclusively from the Napa Auto and Truck Parts Studio. Can't see at night or blinded by the light? Get new high beams today.
When all I'm on top on you, I'm the only one that you needed. Cause you know you're not forget when we pin your legs to the ceiling. If you're not run, no God, call me and say yes to the day.
Hey.
One touch, now she all in her feelings.
Yes. This is Ceiling by Todd. Yeah, Leo, I see you. Shout out, shout out.
My love is sending this girl praise.
I just saw some commentary by you. I have to laugh, okay? That being said, listen me. Let me get a little entertainment news, okay?
From the bed to the floor to the couch, from the side to the back to the front, she said don't.
So right here along our shores, we just had a little any, meeny, miny, mo competition that went down. Okay, and we had, it's called a Bust Your F. I can't say what the F stand for, but you should know, right? Ain't free this time. But Bust Your F challenge. And the winners are Maya V, MC Rojo, Quest FOS, Mogul, Johnny Mogul as you, and Spliffy. So I want to say a huge shout out to all of those who won the challenge and those who are honorable mentions as well. It was a tight situation, and I gotta say shout out to Don for even pointing it on, as well as to everybody that, you know, participated, and the judges. Risha, I see you. Much love to you, man. But guys, listen, for the culture, we're going to talk more about this coming on Monday, okay? And I don't know, I might have to include a segment where we talk about Virgin Islands entertainment as a segment on the show. All right, so, but that being said, guys, our time for the show is already gone. I just wanted to remind you guys, Come on out tomorrow for back to school giveaway. We got 500 buck packs that we're giving out tomorrow. Right there, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, one of our sponsors here for Bush Tea in the Morning. Got to say a huge shout out to the Flaming Grill, STX, and Liberty VI as well. We're going to be there today, so don't miss it. Don't be there, be square, okay? Come on out and come check us out. We're going to be there today, this afternoon, making sure that you get set up to have the best coverage right here on these Virgin Islands. Liberty coming through heavy. I see you. All right. Now, come out tomorrow, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Your girl will be there. All right. In living color. We got free snow cones, face painting, popcorn, and so much more for the kids, including free haircut certificates. And they will also have an opportunity to win one of 5 iPhone 16 Pro Maxes, as well as one of 5 MiFi devices. So that's 10 electronic devices, courtesy of One Communications. All right, so come on out and support the kiddies. Bring them out. Make sure they head home because we're taking pictures. All right, I love Ayo. That being said, keep your hands at 10 and 2. Treat each other well, please. I beg. Stay out of trouble. Until Monday, I'll see you guys. Enjoy your weekend. All right, and I'll see you later. Much love.
It's your boy Fab.